Hello, beautiful people. It's Kiana. How are you today? I really hope you're doing well. I hope you're smiling, and I hope you know how much God cares and loves for you individually and uniquely. So today, welcome to episode 3 of 5-Minute Faith Fridays. I'm loving this series so far. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. And on this episode, I'm going to be talking about specifically, as Christians and Catholics, how we are called and how we can serve Christ. And using that, I'm going to build on the story which we read in the Gospel of Luke with Martha and Mary. One of my good friends, Tyler, left a comment on one of my videos and asked for me to talk about Martha and Mary, so I'm going to tie that in to service and how Christ calls us each to serve Him and serve others. All right, 3, 2, 1, we're live. So I'm going to quickly recount the story of Martha and Mary in the Gospel of Luke. So Jesus entered a village with his disciples, and a woman named Martha opened up her home, and she had a sister named Mary. So anyways, when Jesus came into their home, Mary ended up sitting at the feet of Jesus and talking and conversing with him, hanging out with Jesus. And Martha was running around the house trying to probably prepare the food and serve the Lord through like active ministry work, and she was running around doing all like the chores of the house. So the big question that has drawn from this story, from the Bible story, is which is better to live, a life of Mary or a life of Martha? We see the contrast between Martha and Mary, but this contrast beautifully connects to our lives today, and here is how. So I think of modern day Martha and Mary as this. Modern day Mary is sitting and praying and being with Jesus. In our world today, since Jesus in human form is not currently present with us in the same form he was in biblical times, he is fully present in the Eucharist, however. So the Eucharist is our way right now in this year to converse with Jesus and to be fully present in his full humanity and divinity, body and blood, is through the Eucharist. So the Eucharist is basically when we visit Jesus in the Eucharist and pray, that is us being Mary. We are sitting and allowing the Lord to transform our hearts, and we are conversing with him. The modern day Martha is all type of service work that we do, going out and serving others, doing missionary trips, just any acts of selfless love that we do every day. Or if you hold the door open for someone, if you go out and do the chores for your sibling, or wake up and make breakfast for your family member, that is serving Jesus, because as Jesus said, when you serve others in my name, you're serving me. So serving others, seeing the face of Jesus in others, is serving Jesus. Any type of service is us acting in modern day Martha. So for us in our world, Mary is being with Jesus in adoration, or going to Mass and receiving Jesus in the Eucharist, conversing with him, praying. Martha is actually going out and doing service work. Which one is better? What are we called to do as Christians and Catholics? And simply, my answer is this. The combination of both is what leads us on a life of holiness, and by incorporating both aspects of Mary and Martha in our life is what's going to help us grow closer to God. And here's why. Jesus talks about the necessity of prayer and being with him and being in contemplative prayer and silence with Jesus. And that is exactly what Mary demonstrates for us. We need that in our lives to fuel us to do exactly what Martha does, which is the actual hands-on service of the Lord. So the Eucharist, the adoration, the prayer is what fuels us to be able to go out into the world, make a difference, leave our marks, and leave our marks by selfless acts of loving kindness each day. So overall, as Christians, we are called to spend time in prayer, but to not just stay in prayer alone, but to go out and use that prayer to transform our hearts so we can then have others have their lives also be transformed so that we can feed them with the food, the nourishment of our Lord, which they are so desperately craving, which so many people in our world are seeking and don't know how to find. Overall, the bottom line is this: Martha and Mary, Eucharistic adoration, prayer, plus service combined together leads to a life of holiness. And that is what we are called to embark on as Christians and Catholics. Thank you guys. Have an awesome day. You are loved and beautiful, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye, guys.